Yeah, no, I think, well, he's in a wonderful rhythm at the moment, and I think it's something, that rhythm will continue until that flag drops. So it was a great drive, because I think at the end of the day, there've been a lot of incidents in this race, and they've done the right thing. They haven't made any errors, they haven't crossed any lines that they shouldn't do, and they've done the best job today, for sure.
It's been a great day, certainly so far for Aston Martin. They claimed the pole position with Darren Turner. They were both cars on the front row. This car started alongside on the front row, and since the drop of the green lights, it has been Aston Martin's out in front, dominating proceedings. And as you say, this French team has really done a super job. There's not as much experience in the driving lineup, but it's the less experienced drivers that come through without making any major errors. And now coming onto the Wellington Straight for the final time, Frédéric Makovecki, you can see the gap back to second place, and Clio Piccioni, and it's looking like just a historic 1-2 for this team. Just a couple or three corners to go now. Right-handed now through Luffield 1, onto the start-finish straight. Just get the power on smoothly, up through the gears, and there'll be just Woodcote corner to go. And it's got just a couple of 100 yards. It's coming up to the checkered flag. It's been a magnificent drive. And there, in round 2 of the GT1 World Championship, victory to Hex's Aston Martin Racing and Frédéric Makovecki and Thomas Ackery in second place. Their teammates, Jonathan Hirschi and Clivio Piccioni, and in third place, just 1.3 seconds behind, a very quick final lap there for Andrea Bertolini and Michael Bartels in the Maserati for third place.
We still have a fight here. The Nissan's trying to do it. They're nearly side by side. He's not going to go around the outside. If he does, that would be a marvellous move. He's going to try. There you go. Is he going to do it?
7th and 8th is his score.
Wonderful.
Hazelman's giving him.
I don't know if he's going to quite. Yeah, he's on the wrong side. I think that Corvette's just got that little extra bit of speed. Great finish. Great finish.
Great drive. Yeah, the Corvette had the inside line, the shorter distance, didn't he, to the checkered flag? But great racing from start to finish, and it's Hazelman's who holds on there by 0.1 of a second, just 1/10 of a second after an hour of racing between the 7th and 8th place.
Yeah, so I can see the arm gestures. He's not happy.
But the Vitaphone Maserati team there, pretty content, I would say, with another third place finish. That's exactly what they need, is consistent point scoring to put themselves in position for the championship. They came away 2 weeks ago in Abu Dhabi with a third place in the qualifying race and fourth in the feature championship race that followed later on in the day, as it was actually in Abu Dhabi. So they've got good championship points coming into this weekend, third in the points table, despite the fact they finished fourth in the championship race 2 weeks ago. But this time it's nothing but Aston Martin. Frédéric Makovecki, what a great drive that was. He's a relatively unheralded driver. He's had a handful of races in GT1 before this weekend, where this far and away his best performance, his first appearance even on the podium, and he's going to come away with a victory.
Yeah, I think it was a very mature drive by both drivers, to be honest. I think they both put in a sterling effort. They put themselves in a position and they took the advantage when it was given to them.
I presume that's a bit of
Maserati.
Yes. Leaving some debris around the racetrack. You can see a lot of rubber marbles thrown off the tyres as this race progresses. So we heard some of the drivers talk about tyre wear the last couple of days, but certainly the lap times through that race pretty consistent all the way through it.
Yeah, I think pretty much for everybody. It didn't seem to be anybody. We only saw it on the first part where it looked like Thomas was struggling a little bit towards the end, but overall in this second part, the second drivers in the car, there didn't seem to be that big issue.
Here are the overall standings. So it's Aston Martin 1-2, a team 1-2 for Hex's AMR team. Frédéric Makovecki takes the checkered flag ahead of Jonathan Hirschi and the Bertolini Maserati in third. Then it's Aston Martin fourth, Nissan fifth, Lamborghini sixth, Corvette in seventh, Nissan again in eighth place, ninth place for Enrique Bernoldi in the Maserati, 10th for Lamborghini, followed by two more Corvettes. Andreas Zuber and Xavier Masson come home 11th and 12th. Another Corvette in 13th place, that's Oliver Gavin, who finished off that drive having taken over from Petit Guzman. He did a good job towards the end. Then a couple of Nissans, the Maserati in 16th place after problems early on for Matteo Bobbi. Christophe Bauchou also problems in the Lamborghini. The Ford GT there, way down in 19th place. Schwager for Lamborghini in 20th, and Romain Grosjean, the winner 2 weeks ago, comes home in 21st.
I know, before GT we just haven't seen much of them. The only time we saw them was when they were being
just one championship round in the books, but scored points in all 3 races. A 1-2 for Aston Martin. Maserati in 3rd place, another Aston in 4th. It's a wonderful day for Hexis Racing AMR. Bertolini Bartels for Maserati, then Darren Turner and Thomas Enger. Nissan comes home a sterling 5th place, and that is a great run for the Sumo Power GT team of Warren Hughes and Jamie Campbell-Walter. The Wright Engineering Lamborghini in 6th with Joss Benson and Frank Ketchley. Corvette Racing comes home in 7th place. Mike Hazelens, Anthony Kumpfen, Michael Krum and Peter Dumbreck for Nissan in 8th place. The second of the Vitaphone Maseratis, Enrique Benoldio, a bold pass in the closing stages, gets him up to 9th place ahead of Peter Cox and Christian Haas in the Lamborghini. And then rounding out the top 12, a pair of Corvettes, Andrea Stuber and Mark Henrici, followed in 12th place by Xavier Masson and Nicolas Armindo from France. In 13th place, the Mad Croc Racing Corvette, started off by Pertti Kuzmanian, finished off with Oliver Gavin at the wheel, running some very quick laps at the end. Then the pair of Swiss racing team Nissans, car number 4 ahead of car number 3, they too had contact. Then the only finishing Triple H team Maserati in 16th place, Matteo Bovi and Bert Longin. And in 17th, the Lamborghini, Christophe Beauchou finished off that race. And then the 2 Mark VDS Ford GTs in 18th and 19th. Marcus Paltala and Renaud Kuppens and Bas Leinders and Maxime Martin. That certainly is not what they wanted to be, 1 lap down at the finish. Also 1 lap down, Dominic Schwager and Nicky Pastorelli for Lamborghini. Then the Maytech Ford GT of Thomas Much and Romain Grosjean 2 laps down at the finish after problems. And then farther back in the order as well, Alfred Hager and Alex Margaritis 9 laps down showing at the finish. So they did get that car back out into the fray. And rounding out the field, Stefan Mucker and Christian Nygaard in the second of the young driver AMR Aston Martins. So that is, he drove with the team manager Philippe Dumas in Abu Dhabi and came home in 14th place, but that was a great run today for that team. Maserati there finished finally in 3rd place. In 2nd place was the team car for Hex's AMR, Fabio Piccioni and Jonathan Hirschi. Going to go down to the pit lane with Andrea Bertolini is with Haley. The Hex's team has this just a magnificent 1-2 finish today. They've not put a wheel wrong. The drivers have been perfect. The teams have been perfect. And they've come away with a magnificent 1-2 finish. In 3rd place, and it's Bertolini with Haley.
Congratulations, Andrea. How was the Maserati on track for you?
That was good also. Very balanced, you know.